Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. My name is Sean and this is UCM Pigs Motovlogs. And today we're going to continue on this little project that I've been working on, giving Newellahmay a facelift, or like what I like to call embracing the Electraglide. But before we do that, let me give you a reminder to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always on my channel, if you don't feel like typing words, just leave me an emoji in that comment. Let me know you were here. So a few weeks ago, I did the first and a couple different upgrades that I've got on my mind. I did the Pro Beam turn signals on the front of the bike and the new fender tip light, cleaning up the front and making it a little more uniform with white lights. Of course, you have to have amber here in the US for your turn signals, but they run white and flash amber, and got rid of that amber fender tip light, and of course went with a smoked lens, because the whole object here, if you caught it from the thumbnail, is we're smoking out all the lighting that we can on Newellahmay, because she's a vivid black Electraglide Ultra Classic, and I just think that's a clean look when you have the smoked lenses when it's sitting not running. Gives the bike a nice clean look, and I don't want all these wild colors, you know, orange, red, white standing out. So did that one a couple weeks ago and cost me a couple bills. You know, I have no problem paying for quality, but giving my bank account a little break. So I went ahead and I updated my reflectors. And before we get there, I'll put a link in here to that video if you're interested in watching me install some Pro Beam turn signals in the front fender tip light. I got these reflectors for my saddlebag, for the saddlebag latches. Now, I decided to go with some knockoff Amazon made in China reflectors. Now, before you lose your mind and start commenting about, I can't believe you're putting Chinese parts on your motorcycle, on your Harley Davidson. Well, before you start talking about that, you might want to go take a look at some of these plastic pieces on your Harleys and Indians and so forth, so on. Will shock you where they're made. I think the front, I ended up pulling the front reflectors off the forks, those orange reflectors. We'll talk about that in a minute. I believe they're made in Taiwan. Well, Taiwan's our friend and China's not. Well, you know what? Anybody that saves me a little coin is my friend. You might want to think about that next time you pull up to a gas pump or go buy some eggs and milk. Anyway, so I got these reflectors. I put a picture in here of them. Pretty simple little install. Great, we got some traffic this morning. School's back in session, so we got a lot of people on the roads. They're not afraid to go to work now. Got these reflectors, and I went ahead and ordered 2 sets. And the reason I ordered 2 sets was, going back to the front reflectors, I scoured all over the internet. And when I say scoured the internet, I spent about 15 minutes Googling and looked on Amazon and such. And I could not find a knockoff or a replacement for those reflectors that were smoked. I found them for Sportsters, and I may end up going back and getting the Sportster one because they're just a little smaller than what I had. And the key here is it's concaved. That way it wraps around your fork and lays nice and flush on there. We'll talk about that again in a minute. So I went ahead and said, you know what, let me just get another set of these saddlebag reflectors. This was $9. So I bought another set of those thinking, okay, I'll take the orange reflectors off the front forks and we'll just see how they look. Well, I've got them on there right now. I'll put a picture in here. I'm not too crazy about it because, as I mentioned, they're not laying flush. They don't have like a concave on the bottom. So I'm not sure if I'm going to leave them. I may just go without reflectors on the front forks. A lot of people will do that. But again, I'm trying to embrace the Electraglide. I'm not trying to really change anything on Newellahmay. I'm just trying to make it better. So if she had reflectors, I want to put reflectors back, but I want to make them a little more aesthetically pleasing with a smoked lens. So we might have to get creative there. We'll see how that goes. More to follow. And I'll show you this install real quick. I promise you it's not going to take very long. It's pretty quick, so let's take a look at that. All right, so to do this reflector replacement, I forgot what I was talking about. You're going to need a couple simple tools. We're going to need what works best is a pick. You can get these at Harbor Freight. They're like $4 for a package of them. If you don't have that, maybe a small straight slot flathead screwdriver. I'm going to use both of them because once I pry it up, I like to get this behind it and it helps ease it along the way. To loosen up the tape, a hairdryer or a heat gun. Now, you want to be careful if you're using a heat gun. Mine has settings. I'm able to take it down to 1. It's not very hot, but you want to be careful. Put your hand in front of it for a little while. If it's burning your hand, you might want to find something a little cooler because we don't want to cook the paint on the saddlebag. We don't want to bubble our paint or ruin anything, so just be careful of that. It's a warm day. Mainly in the winter time, you want to warm up that adhesive behind the existing reflector. Once you get the reflector off, we're going to be using a little bit of Goo Gone to get rid of the adhesive on the chrome. We'll scrape off as much as we can with our fingernail, maybe a little bit of the screwdriver, because don't worry about scratching the chrome because it's behind the reflector. But we're going to put this on. It's best if you let it sit for like 5 minutes and then it wipes off. Have a dedicated rag for that. We'll talk about that because it's going to get the Goo Gone and the gooey stuff all over it. You don't want to be spreading that around because once you get all the adhesive off, we want to make sure we clean the Goo Gone off of the chrome because that stuff will melt adhesive. So if we put new adhesive on top of it, it's just going to melt it and it's going to jeopardize the integrity of that adhesive. So once you get all the goo off, you want to have some alcohol. So I have some isopropyl alcohol, and a clean rag just for the alcohol to wipe everything down to make sure I get all the Goo Gone off. Let that dry for a couple minutes and then you're ready to apply your new reflector. So we're going to put the camera on this. We might just speed things up a little bit, show you how easy I pull this off, put the new one on, and see the before and after. Much it. Just a short video this week. Just wanted to show you my progress, where I'm at, some things I got coming up. Delmarva Bike Week is this week. Some of you may know it as the Ocean City Bike Fest. I might take a day trip on Saturday. We'll see how the week goes. That's my soft plan right now, is to get up Saturday morning and ride up. It's only about 2 hours and 45 minutes for me to get up there. Really, it's like maybe 2 hours to Salisbury, where Rommel HD is, and there you got a lot of stuff going on there for Delmarva Bike Week, and then scoot on up the road to Ocean City, go to the stadium, check out the vendors and stuff like that, just see what's going on, something to do. It's supposed to be a really nice day on Saturday, low humidity in the upper 70s, low 80s, so it'll be a nice day for a ride. I'm waiting on Custom Dynamics. Their Tour Pack light bar is still on backwater, the smoked lens. Avad Black has one, but I kind of like the Pro Beam a little better because I'm planning on getting the Pro Beam tail light and the Pro Beam fender tip light, and I want those to match. So we'll hold off a little bit longer, but I'm getting a little antsy. I'm ready to get this done. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, you notice I'm sporting a Riding Humboldt County t-shirt. Oh, Greg from Riding Humboldt County hooked me up with an awesome t-shirt, as you guys can see, a patch, some stickers. I'll post a picture in here. Huge shout out to Greg for thinking about me just out of the blue. I just got a package and it had a shirt in it, so I thought that was pretty awesome. I think he's taking a little downtime right now. His dad's visiting with his dad, doing some riding with his dad. So, but you guys be sure and check out Greg, Riding Humboldt County. Fantastic footage. The guy's a great storyteller. I think I've mentioned him in a mail call before. I hope you guys are having a great week and hope you have an awesome weekend. And until we talk again, you guys be careful. You guys be safe. Always keep your shiny side up. And we'll talk to you next time.